our other top gun match at the format is a 1-1 set rally score at 28 here in our
And welcome back to the p1440 Invitational at Huntington Beach. Top Gun tournament here. We've also got a Young Gun tournament going on, a double elimination on the outside courts. Here is the first round of pool play. The Women's Queens format here. We've got Bakara Palmer, a 2012 Olympian out of Australia. Used to play with Louise Bodden. Playing with three-time gold medalist Carrie Walsh Jennings. They're taking on two Brazilians by coincidence. Carolina Salgado and Tayana Lima on the red jerseys on the left side of your screen. Handset from Lima looks good. Carol goes roll shot down the line.
Jeff, I feel like there's somebody very popular playing in this game. It seems like there's a few more people paying attention right now.
Yeah, suddenly this little stadium court is stacked with fans. Left, right, and center. Palmer on the left side goes high. She's got Walsh on the right. Just noticed that. Walsh maybe thinking she's not going to get served very often. She'll just go take the setting roll over on the right side. Oh, a little flick set by Lima. Overhand dig by Palmer. Walsh crossbody.
Oh.
Great catch under by Tayana, but the wind just drifts out of way.
Do you think that's a real p1440 tattoo Carol has on her back?
Total commitment.
Yeah, really.
I'll take that bet. No.
No, that's not real.
Nice swing dig there, one-handed by Palmer. She reads it again and goes over on one. Walsh with the trap set's going to press that down. Oh! Score the point. Rally of the game so far. 3-1 early lead. Walsh Jennings and Palmer over the Brazilians. I'm Jeff Alzine along with Dax Holdren and Jenny Johnson-Jordan. Jenny, did you ever get to play against either of the Brazilian players over here?
I have not played against either of these ladies, no.
But you had a lot of good showdowns with Walsh Jennings and Misty May Trainer back in the day.
Absolutely.
If you had to guess, how many times did you play against those two? We're talking
oh gosh.
Worth of 25?
For sure, yeah, absolutely.
And probably what? You won about 90, 95%?
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
2002 to 2010, you probably 8 years.
Yeah, our percentage probably wasn't that high, but we had a few monumental wins, like breaking streaks but yeah.
What was the streak you broke for them, Jenny? The big one?
It was, the 70-something streak.
They had won 70-some odd
leading up to the Olympics,
in 2004?
Every good team needs a little blow right before they go and win gold. So.
Did you beat them in Manhattan?
Where did we beat them? I want to say Chicago. It was Chicago. Yeah.
So technically, that part of that medal is you.
Yes, we helped them get the gold that year.
Absolutely.
Catapulting.
Well, you and Nettie used to push them hard. I always say that you guys were probably the team that scored the most real points on that team.
Yeah, I loved playing them. I felt like it brought out the best in us. We loved training against them on the road. When we would travel internationally, we'd be like the training partners, and it made us better, made them better. Those were great training and playing days.
I think at that point in your career and where women's volleyball was, you guys were the only team that really matched up physically. Like both players could play physically with both of their players. At that point, in the women's game, there was always a bigger blocker, maybe a smaller defender who didn't side out quite as well, and both of you guys could side out with a really good clip. Yeah,
Carrie was pretty unservable at the time, but Nettie could go in and alter Misty's shots by waiting and hanging and swatting on her and diving seam. And then Jenny, they kind of knew that Jenny would probably pull on her, but Jenny could pull so late and make such great touches on the ball that Misty was in a lot of trouble when we served them. Right up until they got to the late teens where they seemed to just kill everybody.
Then they would pull away.
Jeez. They had serious competitive greatness in the late ends of matches. Oh, it's a smart little low set by Carey. Palmer just gives it a little line chip, playing under the wind on that play.
Give me a little info on Palmer, Z. What's your scouting report on her?
Well, she made a really strong run about 8-9 years ago to try and qualify for those 2012 games in London with Louise, and they had a nice run there. They didn't finish as well as they would have liked to in the Olympic Games. They lost all 3 matches, but that's when she was playing pretty darn good volleyball, and she's backed off. She only played 8 events in the last 5 years. A lot of international players play a shorter career than the American players. Whether they're great or not or whatever, I don't think it's success related. It just seems that the American players will kind of like dive in. It's part of our culture, and we'll play into our 40s if you're good, if you can, and you're able to physically. But a lot of the international players kind of wrap it up or shut it down in the mid-30s.
And part of that could be just like the fact that we have some national tours going on, right? Well, those
Totally.
countries don't have very strong national tours, so.
For sure. Jenny, you might agree. I always thought that was her best block. Carrie is not always known as one of the strongest line blockers, but when you swing low middle on her, she'll dive in there.
She'll take that for sure.
Has a great knack for reaching into the seam.
She's just so long.
Yep. Oh, nice little hand set there. Back-to-back stuffs by Walsh.
I remember practicing with her one time, and we just stood at the net. My standing reach is 8'2", and she was easily 2 or 3 inches taller than me. What? That's crazy. I say never 3 times in a row.
I'm not swinging 3 times in a row, that's for sure. Carrie grew up, in the Scotts Valley area, just outside the Santa Cruz Mountains, and so I grew up in Santa Cruz, and her club team would get some guys together, some of us older guys who were in our early 20s to come play this team because it was just this total superstar team of Santa Cruz girls and San Jose girls. I believe they won JOs outright that year. And we went to train them one time at the local high school, and we were just doing hitting lines, and I was setting one side. She came through and hit a quick on the other side, straight down on top of my dome. I don't think I saw straight for about a month.
Were you concussed? Yeah.
Yeah. It was the heaviest ball I could ever remember getting hit by.
That explains some of your mental issues you probably still have in life.
Just a throttle. Chaska Potter was on that team, went and played at UCLA. Yeah. Tegan Lynch was on that team, who went and played at Colorado. Carrie obviously went on and killed it at Stanford. Oh, nice little poke shot by Lima.
Do you think she would have played indoor volleyball or beach volleyball?
If what?
Right now, if she was in high school, say she's 16, would she have played beach or indoor?
I guess it'd do whatever she wants.
Yeah. And both.
Or both.
Both
She
again.
could do both, yeah, for sure.
Looked like a possible lift on Salgado. No call. Offset, but blocker doesn't pull. First technical timeout. 3-point lead by the Australian-American team. Palmer and Walsh Jennings leading Lima and Salgado. What do you think of the action so far, Jenny?
I think it's been great. I think having the top guns out here and getting to see them play with different partners is exciting, and the level of play is definitely high.
Yeah, 4 really good athletes in this pool. All these matches should be very entertaining.
Yeah, Salgado Lima remind me a little bit of Jenny and Annette, right? They're like 5'10"-ish and really athletic, can set, can pull off the net, can play and swing on either side, like really hybrid-type athletes. But the defense of Walsh Jennings and Palmer a little bit too strong right now.
First time we've seen a coach, too, in the box.
Yeah, turning around and yelling at us. What? I get to yell at you. You can't yell at me.
Dax still controlling the upper hand with the refs. If Dax's feet are on the sand, no ref is safe.
Technically, my feet are not on the sand. I'm wearing shoes.
Shoes? We're all 3 going for the shoes today.
We should
all right.
talk a little bit about the wind right now.
Yeah.
Really talk about it. It's windy from right, well, where we're sitting right to left, but into the camera where you guys are watching. Whoa. And it's getting worse by the second.
Yeah, really starting to pick up. Nice dig by Lima. She is so solid.
And this beach is notoriously known for the afternoon wind, and it could really end up favoring a smaller team like Lima and Salgado.
Yes, the wind typically comes out of the northwest, and so it's kind of diagonally off the ocean into the face here of the team in white and black. Oh, nice swing by Palmer.
Either coming out of the northwest, you say the right, the left, like, really terrible at understanding directional.
California wind in the Southern California area always comes from the northwest, Dak.
Jeff and Stein like to use north, south, east, west.
Up in Santa Barbara, going to a beach called East Beach where the sun doesn't set over there.
Yeah, you guys have the weirdest beach ever. Facing south. Like, what kind of beach faces due south?
Scarred for life.
That used to throw me pretty bad, too. Santa Cruz and Santa Barbara. We got the beaches running east-west. Oh, that's a little too far over the net. I think she knew it. No complaint.
For you youngsters, Carrie knew she overstepped the ball and rushed in there to cover. She did net, but she ended up actually covering that ball anyways.
We always say, like, to all you youngsters out there, do you think youngsters actually pay attention and listen to stuff like that from us?
No youngster pays attention. Your kids pay attention to you?
Mine always pay attention to me.
100%. Can you?
They pay attention.
No disrespect to the blocking of Carolina Salgado, but I have kind of wanted to see this past year. I really want to see Lima. See her play behind one of those huge blocks that we've seen on tour, like a 6'4" type player. Because Lima just seems to, she holds well, she reads well, she's super explosive to the ball. And, like, will lay it out, dig left hand, right hand. I mean, she's a pretty darn elite defender.
So
How tall is Talita?
Talita is listed at 5'11".
Okay.
But she plays long.
Okay, well, she played with her in 2013. They won, like, 4 or 5 FIVB events, so.
There you go. I think once you put her behind someone fairly elite, a lot of balls are going to come up. Yeah.
Carol every time, what you would do.
Yeah, I mean, Lima to me is just an elite defender amongst a lot of other elite defenders. Palmer on the left, looking to force it up there. Walsh is like, hey, I've had a couple surgeries, dude. Just side out for me. I don't need to swing in an extra ball. Oh, there's the weight room, bionic shoulder.
17-11.
Walsh and Palmer running away. 6-3 helps. That was a nice hold, and she made sure she finished that off. She didn't poke. She just dunked it.
She does not get, Carrie does not get enough credit for her defensive work. She is a really
so
really
quick.
Fast.
And so her hand-eye coordination is just phenomenal. Nice early call by Carrie. Almost as loud as Juliana's earlier today, which people heard down in San Diego.
And Carrie's so tall when she pulls off the net.
Right.
That she's tall and she can't cut off all those angles.
About 8 or 9 plays ago, you saw what I think is the perfect play to do against a tall dropper. Lima hit it down at her knees. Right, Carrie pulled to the left side of a screen here, and Lima, instead of shooting it, trying to go fast, high, or through her, she went down at her feet and got her. But Walsh Jennings and Palmer with a very commanding lead, 18-11, in 1 set to 28 here in this Top Gun format.
Talk about who's coaching over there.
Yeah, Marcos Miranda.
Carrie's coach
is working as Carrie's coach here in this event. I believe one of the p1440 staff coaches. He's an Olympic coach. I believe used to work with Anna Paula. Currently working with SCVC Club, indoor club, that I worked with for about 10 years, run by Mary Boyce and Cam Green up in Redondo Beach. Oh, nice press.
It's got to be unofficially like 4 or 5 blocks for that.
Yeah.
Unofficially, of course.
Palmer's loving it. Just kicking back to the back court. Serving lollipops. Walsh, grab me another one. Oh, how about that? Your turn, Bakara. Wow, wind is really starting to affect the ball. Great left hand by Palmer, huh? Perfect, soft, located dig with the left hand.
Getting to the point of the score here where Lima and Salgado need to try and find a way to get it within 3 or 4. Like our last match, you don't want to lose by 10.
You really don't want to lose by 10. You're pretty much toast, aren't you?
Yeah, you're probably
as far as
not
coming
out
out.
of full play.
God, that's a great shot and just a better read by Palmer. And that was a beautiful, fast, flat line shot.
She's only played 8 events in the last 5 years.
Yeah, we didn't get the pregame interview, so we don't know if there's family or career involved or lack of federation support. We don't know, but she's playing some really nice volleyball today.
It's always nice if you come out of what we'll just call semi-retirement. Probably one of the, arguably the best players in the world ever.
Brazil occupying the good side of the court. There's the full layout we talked about with Lima. Oh no, overset though.
I don't want to throw an idea out there, but hypothetically, if we were announcing with somebody who hadn't played in a few years, maybe have the hint that they wanted to hop back out there and play. How would you do, Jenny? Right now.
What would I do training-wise? No, I'm just kidding. No, my daughter, she would love for me to come out and play. I was like, honey, you don't understand. Playing one match versus playing a whole tournament is a whole different thing.
Jenny still gets out there and scraps it up at the UCLA courts.
Yeah. Oh yeah, practice. If we're odd numbers, can I play, please?
Her hand is up. She is volunteering. She is on that court.
I'm ready to go.
And there's zero question who is the most competitive person on the court when that happens.
I'm yelling at my partner. Oh yeah,
Cardio be damned. Yeah. There's going to be some fire on that court.
They got to learn from somebody. We got an 11-point beatdown right now.
Yeah, this is turning into a runaway. Walsh on the right. Just chips off the top nicely. 24-12.
It's too bad, too, because Lima and Salgado are getting good touches on defense. They just can't get the ball to the net for the set and get in a good spot to hit.
Well, it's one of those things where, if they hit it, they were getting blocked. If they shot it, they were getting dug. And so you start thinking, should I set it closer or should I set it off? And they're probably second-guessing themselves as they set the ball.
Do too much.
And then you factor in the 25-mile-an-hour winds.
Yeah.
Makes it real tough.
Winds are getting stiff.
And a block that reaches 10-6.
That's a nice serve. There's a trap set, but you're just not going to win too many of those against Carey. Oh!
Carey!
Bumped up on 2. Filthy.
I feel like she's used that with her kids in her backyard or something. They must have a little mini court back there.
I'd say one thing Carey and Misty do well together, which I'm sure they'll do well here, just finishing a match strong. Never letting off on the gas all the way through to the end.
True. Oh. Good rip. That's from the super bad side.
I know Carey's kind of auditioning people. They might be lobbying for Palmer to get her U.S. citizenship after this.
She is playing really well. Did we just jinx her? She just whipped.
Did you see the wind blow that thing 5 feet behind?
We have our first swing and a miss. The wind is gusting really strong. At times you don't really feel it, maybe 5 mile an hour, and then boom, a 20 mile an hour gust will shoot up. Comes back with a nice swing, scooped by Lima. And again, the transition set's just not where she wants it. Off and way too far inside. Is that a John Kessel sighting?
Sure is.
Probably 3 decades of work in beach and grassroots development with USA Volleyball. John Kessel's back here a little bit. Taking some video, probably to show teach some youngsters. 27-15. Just a dominating performance by Walsh Jennings and Palmer. Match point. They go to Lima short. Takes a peek, retreating Walsh. Nice little cuff by Lima.
16 seconds, set point number 2. Salgado back to serve.
Well, they've got 12 match points. We'll see if they can put it away in the first one or two. The way they've been playing, I'll take those odds. Jump serve from Lima to Walsh. Oh, Palmer's got some hands. And Walsh buries it onto the sideline. That game was never even close, and that is a good Brazilian team we saw in the red jerseys. But Walsh Jennings and Bakara Palmer from Australia, too tough to handle. 28-16. Jenny, any final thoughts on the match before we go off air?
I think it's going to be a battle between Carrie and her.